Hello, this is Mrs. Jacobs, and I will be showing you GOMath Grade 4, Chapter 3, Lesson 3.3. Teaching point, I can multiply using the area model of multiplication with a 2-digit by 2-digit number. Standard 4.NBT.5. Okay, so we did learn how to use the area model of multiplication inside Chapter 2, where we did a 1-digit by a 2-digit, a 1-digit by a 3-digit, and a 1-digit by a 4-digit number using area model. So we're going to start off this video by reviewing how to multiply using the area model with a 1-digit by a 4-digit. Let's review multiplying a 1-digit factor by a 4-digit factor using area model. So I say I have 5,462 times 7. And the first thing that we want to do when we start area model is to put the larger factor, which is the 4-digit number, in expanded form. Okay? 7 is already in expanded form, so that gets to stay the same. So 5,462 in expanded form is 5,000 plus 400 plus 60 plus 2. All right, so now I can go and label my rectangle. And remember, area model is a visual diagram, also using partial products. So the next thing is to label our diagram. I am going to put the single digit, the number 7, on the side, and the expanded form of 5,462 will go along the top of the rectangle, making sure we're spacing it out so that we have enough room. So 5,000 plus 400 is 60 plus 2. All right, so now that we have our large rectangle labeled, we need to be able to cut it into parts. And what helps us to cut it into parts is our addition symbols. It separates the values. So I'm going to go over to my first addition symbol and cut my first part, my next addition symbol, and my last addition symbol. So now we have 4 parts, so we need to find the 4 partial products. Now remember, the partial products are the products that are inside each of these parts. Okay? So for the first part, I'm going to multiply 7 times 5,000, which is 35,000. Then I will be multiplying 7 times 400, which is 2,800. Then 7 times 60 is 420. And then last, 7 times 2 is 14. So these 35,000, 2,800, 420, and 14 are all considered the partial products. Last step is to add up those partial products. So we're going to have 35,000, 2,800. Make sure we're lining up the place values. 420 and 14. Okay, and we add those up. We have 4, 3, 8 and 4 is 12. So put the 2, carry the 1. 5 and 1 is 6, plus 2 is 8. And then 3 plus nothing is 3. So I have 38,234. That is a 1 by 4 using area model. Now we're going to do it showing 2 digits by 2 digits. Okay? So watch as I demonstrate how to multiply a 2-digit factor by a 2-digit factor using the area model. So I have 53 times 86. Now, the first step is the same as when we did area model in chapter 2. Now we have 2 digits that need to be put into expanded form. So, first step, put both factors in expanded form. So 53 is 50 plus 3, and 86 is 80 plus 6. Now I have to label my rectangle, okay? So I'm going to put, since it's first, 50 plus 3 along the top. So I'm going to write 50 plus 3. Notice how I separated the 50 and the addition symbol and the 3 to space it out. So now I have to put 80 plus 6. So I have to put that along the side of my rectangle, but I have to be sure, pay attention on how I'm writing this. Because it's 80 plus 6. And if you notice, the addition symbol is in the middle, right, between the 80 and the 6. And again, the addition symbols play an important role here. It actually shows us where we're going to cut the rectangle into parts. So I notice one addition symbol here, so I cut, but then the 80 plus 6 also has addition symbol, so I'm going to cut. So now I have a 2 by 2 rectangle, okay? And now I will show you how to use the numbers along the outside to get your partial products. So for this box here, okay, we need to look over and I see 80, and I look up and I see 50. So we will be doing 80 times 50 here. And then if I'm here, I'm going to look over to the left and I see 80 again. And then I look up on top and I see 3. So 80 times 3. For this box, again, I look over to the left, which is in my row, and it's the number 6. Then I look all the way on top and I see 50. Okay. And now again, I look over to the left, I see the number 6, and then I look all the way up at the top and I see 3. And normally we would do one box at a time, but I'm showing you for placement, some children are getting confused on which numbers to multiply for each box, okay? So now I have to get my 4 partial products, and then I will add them up. All right, so let's start with the first box. I have 80 times 50. So my basic facts, I know that 8 times 5 is 40. So I write that down first. And then I notice my 2 zeros here. So 1, 2. The first partial product is 4,000. Next, I notice 80 times 3. 8 times 3 is 24. 1 0. So that is 240. Next is 6 times 50. 6 times 5 is 30. And 1 0 makes 300. And now my last box is a basic fact. 6 times 3, 18. Now I have to add up all these partial products, making sure I'm lining them up properly. So I start with the 4,000. Then I will do 300. Yes, I'm putting check marks to make sure that I'm copying each one. 240. And 18. So I add 8, 5, 5, 4. Answer is 4,558. Okay. I will show you one more. Again, this video is for demonstrating only. There is no assignment, so you can use this video to review for any quizzes or tests. So next is 99 times 88. So again, put both factors in expanded form. 90 plus 9, 80 plus 8. Next is to label my rectangle. So I'm going to do 90 plus 9, 80 plus 8. Cut my parts using the addition symbols. All right, and now I need to figure out what two factors I'm going to multiply for each box, right, for each part. So I have 80 times 90 goes here. 80 times 9 goes here. 8 times 90 goes here. And 8 times 9 goes here. So 8 times 9 is 72. 2 zeros. 8 times 9 is 72. 1 0. 8 times 9 is 72 with 1 0. And 8 times 9 is 72. Last step is to add all my partial products. But before I do that, I recommend that everybody just go back and make sure you haven't made any multiplication errors, because then once you add them up and you find out they have a wrong answer, you have to do all the steps all over again. All right, so let's make sure. Okay, so checking work. 8 times 9, 72, 2 zeros. 8 times 9, 72, 1 0. 8 times 9, 72. 1 0, and 8 times 9 is 72. Okay, so I am happy with my answers. So I'm going to go ahead and do the last step, which is to add the partial products. And there is 720 twice and 72. Okay, so I have 2. Then 2 and 2 is 4. 4 and 7 is 11. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 and 7 make 10. 10 and 7 is 17. 1 and 7 is 8. So I have 8,712. So 99 times 88 is 8,712. Okay, so that's the end of this video. Please feel free to rewind, okay, and watch it as many times as needed. And the next video will be for 3.5, which will be the traditional method.